Hello, and welcome back to the weekly Roundup podcast for The Nature Place. This week, week number 5. What a fantastic week. Before we launch into it, let me set the scene where we are right now. We're sitting inside the gymnasium, center court, where Brian Robinson just finished up his presentation about birds of prey with the entire camp. We have a whole bunch of campers outside having lunch right outside the doors. And I'm joined by 2 well-known nature placers. So, friends, how was your week 5?
So far, so good.
Yes, it was great. Absolutely great.
All right. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Well, hi, I'm Mr. Yahaya. The campers call me Mr. Yahaya, and they have a song about me all the time saying, Mr. Yahaya, what's up? And I never got a chance to tell them what's up, but one day I will.
Yeah, I'm here with the icon, Mr. Yahaya. And I'm Barefoot Janet this week, which means I'm in the Barefoot Zone, a wonderful zone that springs up every year for only 1 week.
And for all those listening that know a little bit about the Nature Place, yes, you are correct. Barefoot Janet is a cousin to Drama Janet, our longtime drama instructor and famed bus counselor. But this week, Drama Janet is not with us, but Barefoot Janet is. So, friends, what was the highlight of your week 5?
For me, it was just amazing. I have to make sure I say his name, Sebastian. He is my hero. He was all over the place helping me to bring those drums back and forth from the tent to the studios, which I really, really admire about him. But my campers, what a day, what a week. Every day was a different story and a great story. The enthusiasm was perfect. I cannot wait to start over again.
So, Yaya, Mr. Yaya, excuse me. So you are our African dance and our African drum instructor. Tell us a little bit about the program.
Correct. I come to Nature Place and teach my campers about how to use their hands. Because once it's hands-on, it's much easier, and to have them really, really focus on something. So we'll be singing songs, telling stories with the drum, with the African drums called a djembe. And besides that, I do teach cultural dance, which is always telling a story. The last story we told was about going out farming and go pecan to come back and feed our family. And this is what our dances are based on, and it's always incredible.
Amazing. All right.
So I just read today in the New Yorker magazine about how stories are so important to us as communities because it helps us process our day, our lives, gives it all meaning we can't do without our stories. So I love that the dances are stories, drama is stories, even Barefoot Zone. They love telling stories about it at the end.
Stories are the best because stories bring us back so we can change things that we used to do in a wrong way, do them better. And that's what I like about stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's how we pass on culture and history and how we pass on to relations, right?
And that's how the Barefoot Zone started, was Ed Bieber,
the founder of our camp,
children to be barefoot more. You know, it's a dying art being barefoot. So we free our feet with this chant that Ed made up, and then we go over to the grand old tree, and we feel the bark with our feet, and we talk about all the people that have done that before us, and how Ed started that, and what we're going to feel with our feet. And they get very excited, and even if they've touched ice before with their feet, that's the best part for me when they scream.
And it's not just ice, right? What are all the things?
Oh my gosh. Oh, and Jason brought the Orbeez, which is everyone's favorite. Oh my gosh, they would eat those if they could.
All right.
They're just so fun the jelly beans, they call them.
So to set the scene, this is out in a grassy area right near the tree line, right by the big old tree. And we have a series of like tubs set up with different things that campers step into. And, some campers can elect to be blindfolded and be guided by a fellow group mate. So they can't really see what they're stepping in. They're really using their sense.
Yeah, they have to guess through their feet. And it's just so great to see them every year. Some of them resist, and then they end up loving it. This was the first year I had someone go through in his pool shoes. So that was interesting, and he loved it. He went back over and over. We also had a visitor of a praying mantis yesterday.
Yes.
On the tree out there, which was so great.
There's been many praying mantis. I've seen at least a dozen green ones, and I saw a brown one as well.
I have seen a couple
it's
of them.
Supposed to be good luck.
And I'm definitely I'm going to be a guest at your place to come and fill those buckets without my shoes on.
So fun.
Fill those rocks. Yes, it's been a while.
I just wish I could do it with my actual school students, but it's just too hard. This is the only place where we can really successfully do this.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah, and there's tradition and story built on layers, right? So there's the Barefoot Zone that Ed, the founder of the Nature Place, started way back when. And there's also like other rituals. Like there's the Jell-O Fairy that comes out.
That's right.
And brings a tray of Jell-O and
Yes.
deposits in one of the bins.
Yes, which you know very well about.
I'm good friends with the Jell-O Fairy.
Yes,
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Jell-O Fairy, is hoped for, and then the Jell-O Fairy comes in the middle of the whole experience and places the Jell-O down.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something really quick? Where I'm from, it's the same thing. Coming to a place and taking your shoes off to acknowledge that's where your food is coming from that earth.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. So whatever we do in terms of cultural, we definitely have to take our shoes off to recognize that before we do anything. And I like the similarity in this country, based on where I'm from.
Yeah, very
Wow.
cool.
And where is that?
In the Ivory Coast.
Wow.
All right, cool. Well, we could literally talk about storytelling at home and at the Nature Place for hours, but unfortunately, we don't have that kind of time today. So I guess other questions about the week. It was a little warm this week, but now it's freezing.
Yes.
It's amazing how nature keeps us on our toes.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Nature changes every time.
Keeps
I
us
was very
awake.
warm a couple of days ago. Now I come here, I have to find a sweater in my car before I jump into the camp. Amazing. We love nature and we love the weather.
Yes.
I think we really thrived through the heat wave in the beginning of the week. The staff, y'all kept their campers incredibly safe and well, and it didn't even seem like there was a heat wave because there was so much fun and giggling, and
Yes.
People really kept a really good positive attitude in it. And like I said, everybody was well hydrated and safe, and we're out of the direct sun.
Definitely.
It was awesome. So next week, friends, unfortunately, is our last week of camp. It's always the hardest week.
Bittersweet.
Yeah. It's
So
hard
you're
to-
telling me that I'm not going to hear Mr. Yahya. What's up?
Not until 2026. So, it's the hardest week because there's a lot of emotions. I'm so thankful for the time that we were all able to spend together here. And it's also a little sad that we don't get to be able to do this more.
Every year around this time I get choked up because it's almost like it's symbolic to me of the youth the kids bring. And each year they come back, like if we're returning as we are, we see them grow up really. And they come every year with new things they can do and talk all about it, and it's just a beautiful privilege.
Yeah, some of them show up a foot taller than they were the last time we saw
True
them.
that.
So
True
true.
that. I remember last year I was asking the campers if they were coming back because I was coming back, and they all say yes, we're coming back, and it goes really fast. Yeah, right.
It goes so
But
fast.
by the time we turn around, we're gonna be back here for summer 2026, and I cannot wait. I can't wait.
Boy, I hope so. All right, so since we're talking about week 6 in the end of camp, what are we looking forward to next week? Any insights?
I'm planning to bring everything that I got. It's my last week. I'm just gonna bring every tools that I have in my pockets, under my sleeve, everything. I want to make sure these kids live here very happy, and they'll come back again next year.
And there's so many fun games that they want to play before they go, and shirts to sign, and just a lot of fun to be had.
Right on.
So for our look ahead for next week, we have a couple more day hikes. Group Z goes on their big climbing trip. We celebrate our last almost overnight with our youngest group, Group O. There's certainly some T-shirts to be signed on Friday, and also the rumor is we could have a cookie tree sprout next week.
That's what I was hoping you were going to say.
So a lot of fun still left in camp, even though we only have one more week. We're going to celebrate it and make it awesome. And I just want to thank Barefoot Janet and Mr. Yahaya for joining us on the Weekly Roundup
you.
podcast.
You are welcome, my friend.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We look forward to seeing you next week at camp. Have a good one. Bye.